Hey, it's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to go through my planner lineup for 2026. So I love checking out people's planner lineups and what they're using. It's so fun to see like if anybody has a great idea I didn't think of. So here's my take on it. And actually most of this is all things that I have used before and they are working well, with one exception being new. And so we're gonna just start in the beginning with one thing that I am carrying over from last year, and I'm just going to scoot this over. Now this, I'm gonna zoom in just a little. All right, so this is something I've been using this year, and I think I started in April, and it is a teacher planner because I'm tracking all the days. It doesn't matter that it's already dated because stickers go over the top. So, and I was just tracking what I was eating, like nothing about like how much calories or anything like that. It was just, what am I eating to keep track of? Does it look like I'm eating too much? Am I not eating well? Am I eating too much of something and not enough of something else? Just to get an idea of like what I have going on. So because I definitely started this with the goal of losing weight, and it was just really fun to decorate, and I don't know, I thought it was so pretty. So I just did breakfast, lunch, dinner, and any snacks I ate during the day. If I skipped, I just put an X, I think, if I didn't eat something that day, like lunch. So just some fun spreads. And there were some months, like, what is this, June? Oh yeah, my son's high school graduation. We had all these visitors. I just did not get anything there. And then yeah, it looks like June was tough. So yeah, anyways, you get the idea. But I totally dropped off in September when I had my surgery. So I still have September through December, plus I didn't start till March. So, and plus there's pages I didn't use, so that I'll be able to, so I should be able to make this work probably at least until April, May, I don't know, maybe even mid-year. So I'm going to just keep using this, and undecided if I'm going to start counting like calories, protein, carbs, and that kind of stuff, but maybe. So that is what I use for the teacher planner for, is just tracking what I'm eating. So set that aside. And next up, what I've been using this one for is tracking my symptoms. And this has worked really well. So like I put like, when did I have headaches, and tracking weight loss, and then just my daily symptoms of like how I'm feeling, especially when I wake up. And then I also had these great trackers from Jane's Agenda that I threw in here. I think they're called Biohacking Log, where I track headaches because it's probably my main pain issue. But then I'm also right now tracking medications, not supplements, it could be anyways, but medications, and whether I'm using Band-Aid on my scar that's taking a long time to heal, what my pain levels are, what am I doing, like strength trainings. And you can just customize this each month. And like, I don't know what I did in November with it. Oh, it was still tracking medication, how much I slept, pain levels, etc. But yeah, I have used this and it's been so helpful with tracking like what's going on with my my health. So just how I'm feeling every morning. So yeah, so I love that. So I Franken-planned. I don't remember what was originally in this, but I didn't like the dividers, so I used those for something else. And I put this in here. And I don't remember if it was, checklist or something. Anyways, I have the horizontal in here. The only thing I don't know is these check boxes. Like, I don't use the check boxes. I mean, because my old one doesn't have it, so I'm either just going to write all the way across and ignore the check boxes, or think of something to put in there tracking wise. And it can change, but yeah, I just really liked these dividers, and I thought they went so well with the cover. And I love these covers where you can just put something in with a little pocket. So I had bought this for the cover and then put these in because they're so pretty. I won't flip through all of them because it's been out for a while, but I got this from the Happy Planner, and just replacing my old symptoms tracking because it works so well. So the food tracking and the symptoms tracking are two things that I like to have in their own planner / journal tracker. I don't know. And mainly because it's just so easy to have them sitting by my bed and grab them and fill them out. And I don't need to know what all my symptoms were all the time, like when I'm using my planner. So I just don't need it in my planner. It's just nice to have a journal that I can look back through the year and see how things went. So, all right, so next up, we are going to go with journaling. So I had two kind of journals this year. This was like my daily journal, and I love it. It's gorgeous. I did fill it out, and I just decided I'd rather do something else this year. So I'll show you in a minute what I'm going to do with that. This one I was calling my rewilding journal, where I did like, I don't know, like some tarot and just listening to info about like the seasons changing and stuff like that. But it is dashboard, I just have never, I mean, I think it's cute, but I've never figured out a way to use it for myself. And so rather than like put tape all over it, like washi tape and stuff, I decided I'm not going to use one. I had got one of these that I was going to use as my journal. You may have seen an earlier video that when the tariff prices went up and they weren't sure they were going to be able to ship these to the US, I got a dashboard one that I was going to use, but I just can't do it. So I gave it to my mom. She's excited to have it. And so instead of those two things, let's see. Yeah, I've got these two things. Now, let's look at this first. So this is going to be my replacement rewilding journal, and it is just blank paper. So I got this last year, didn't end up using it as my planner because I went in a different direction. And I just have some of my like old vision board stuff in here. This is, I think, my word of the year from like 2 years ago. Just fun things like that. And what I've really been wanting that I keep planning to do and hadn't done, just hadn't given myself permission to do really, was to start a like creative type journal. And so that's kind of more like this is from, I went to a chakra dance workshop online, and started these where I was like writing what the root chakra is about, and then like what I was feeling after doing the root chakra meditation. I didn't get it all done like sacral chakra, but like solar plexus. But so it's going to be kind of this idea where I might put some stickers and write about it. I love that stuff where it's like dot grid on one side and then lined on the other. So I'm kind of, yeah, this was probably my favorite one. But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing things like that. So I went to a workshop. That's where that came from. But, you know, throughout the year, I'm just going to use this paper that has the dots on one side, lined on the other, and do any of my creative journaling. Like I've been wanting to do, so both a creative journal and a manifestation journal. And I was just thinking of doing it as the same thing. But then Happy Planner came out with this cute manifestation journal. And I love that it had, places for writing your goals and intentions for like this year, 5 years, 10 years. So it has this whole kind of vision board kind of area in the beginning. Some manifestation prompts. What does my ideal day look like? Some life categories I might want to plan around. And then it goes into, let me zoom in just a little bit more. Then it goes into these pages, which, so this is for the month of, and it has prompts. And I, in the past, I've tried journals with prompts and I just wasn't feeling it. And really, I was thinking, I just want to do this where I have my journal just be open-ended and I can do a little bit for a day or a lot or whatever I want. Or maybe not even journal some days. Because I was looking back and I was like, this is great. And the planners that I have, or the journals that I have that are like that are great. But it was more interesting to read journals where I had had prompts and really thought about things versus just what happened today. At least that's how I was feeling today. Or not today, right now. But so this is 4 months. It has a month page where it has what areas of my life are feeling good at the moment. Are there actions that I can point to that contributed to that? This month's mantra. What are 2 goals I can set for myself? What are actions I can take to fulfill those goals? And then it goes into a weekly. And so you put the week, one small change I can incorporate into my daily routine. And then how often did I practice that during the week? Where am I seeing success? Self-care habits of the week, and days journaled or reflected this week. And I think this repeats. I think actually both of these repeat. And then here it has 7 days in a row that I think each have a different prompts. And then I think those repeat. And so I was looking at this thinking, gosh, how can I release enough things that I can write every day for 4 months what I'm releasing that day? And it just said here in the smaller print, whether it was a rough day or a habit that fell through, write it out and let it go. And I'm really focusing right now on just not sweating the small stuff, right? Like just not stressing about things, not worrying about things. And I think that's actually going to be a really good way for me to do that, is to go for 4 months doing that. And so I think each one starts with, what can I release that no longer serves me today? This one has, what are some recurring thoughts or feelings that I had recently, and people that I'm grateful for today. And so then I think, what do we have here? Oh yeah, it starts again with the what can I release, and then this one has who's somebody I admire and what traits do they embody that inspire me. Gratitude for things I take for granted. Again with the release thing, what areas in my life are causing stress, frustration, or sadness? Are there habits I can incorporate to reform these emotions? And then it lists areas you're struggling in, habits you can incorporate, character strengths I'm grateful for. Then again with the release, and then what event or achievement is stirring up positive emotions? Take a moment to feel proud. Daily moments I'm grateful for. What can I release that no longer serves me? What are areas in my life that give me true happiness? Are there habits I can incorporate to cultivate these emotions? So areas where you're finding happiness, habits you can incorporate, simple things I'm grateful for. The release one, what growth came from a challenge I faced recently? Previous lessons or hardships I'm grateful for. What obstacles might be holding me back? And then you can list out the goals, routines, or obstacles and how you can shift your mindset. Acts of kindness I'm grateful for. And then it goes back to a week. And I think those repeat. So that's awesome. And then at the end of the month, in the middle of the month, there's a mid-month check-in with all the space for like creative journaling or whatever you want to put there. And then at the end of the month, same thing. So will I eventually maybe combine these two as I go through the year? Probably. It is probably going to become one thing. But for right now, it's going to be 2 different things because I just want to jump in here whenever I want to be creative. And this is where I'm going to start off the first 4 months of the year with my daily check-ins. So, and knowing me, I had to like switch this around a little bit. The outside of this looks like that, and the inside had this moon, and I'm like, I like the moon a lot better. So I turned it inside out, and then I layered this French handwriting over the top. It's a cover from Jane's Agenda. So now and then I put in like an extra dashboard because I just like doing that. Let's zoom a little bit so you can see. So it's gonna look like that from the outside. I opened to this, and then on the back, of course, I had to throw another dashboard, and the Manifest Your Journeys in the back now. So anyways, I just thought that was so cute. Okay, so those are my journals for the year. And last but not least is my planner. And I'm so excited about my planner this year. So let me start off by showing you what I was using last year. I had this Laurel Denise planner that I converted, and I mean, it was super cute, and I did love it. Like being able to have these 4 spots to write things out. Never did the monthly habit thing, but then these little weekly pages that you can flip through. I used it to make it hourly, and then having your month all the time while you're looking at your weekly. And I don't know, I just found like lots of really cute ways to decorate it. It was just so pretty. I was definitely using it, definitely going through and using these little weeklies, using these lists. Yeah, it was just so fun. And I would put like little inspirational stuff for myself. This was kind of like my creative journal section too. And so yeah, I used this for almost the first 3/4 of the year, I think. Let's see, where are we at here? June. Oh yeah, Midsummer. That was one of my favorites. This was July, which summer tends to drop off a little for me as far as, like, you can see I didn't put anything in here. Maybe I'll go back and think of some memories or something to put in there. August, it was just, yeah. And so September I decorated, and I do have some things in here, but I just didn't really use the weekly pages and stuff in September because well, probably to be fair, didn't do anything in September because I had surgery and then was just not doing much. But then I had found these pages from Jane's Agenda that I love because it gave you so much to write about what's happening on your schedule, and then your checklist here, and you could just expand the hours here. There was still always plenty of space to write those kind of things in. It was just really practical, and I didn't really feel any pressure to decorate. Like I still decorated the monthly spreads, but then on the weekly, it was definitely just all practical. You can see I'm taking my medications, and really because I had so much pain issues with the surgery, I was able to just expand this from 5 all the way to 4. So it was the whole 24 hours, and I could track all my medications. Of course, I'm tracking what we're having for dinner. These are just probably some of the most used and practical pages I've ever found. So if you didn't see my video of I found something new and fell in love, that is what it was about. So after I started that, I just didn't go back to this one, even though it was so fun to decorate and really pretty. Just that whole idea of having a spot for each day to write my tasks and my hourly schedule sold me on that. So this year I have my little hybrid Jane's Agenda gorgeous cover, and what I've done is put the Live Love Posh monthlies in here with the Jane's Agenda daily or daily/weekly 4 4 days in a week, something like 4 days on a page. I can't even talk. Okay, I'll show you. So I did do a video comparing them, showing why I decided to go with the monthlies from Live Love Posh instead of Jane's Agenda. But let's just do a quick little flip through of this book because I'm loving it. So in the beginning here, got the name page, and then go into some of these, the 2026 at a glance, major holidays, spot for plans, and then the vision board, word of the year, 2026 goals, bucket list, year in pixels, when did I last, I love that, annual bill tracker, maybe I'll use that, and this fun book spread that, there's whole book planners out there and I love them and I always want to get them, but they have things like this for the week or something, or the month or the day. Some people read a lot of books. This looks more like something I could actually do in a year. So those are 2026 books, and of course I could add pages to that if I read more than that. Okay, and so then we're going to go into the quarterly. I've called it the quarterly pages, but really it's not quarterly, it's 2 months at a time. So we've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. And again, I like these because more space to write. November, December. Okay. And then we're going to go in, I just think, yeah, a couple pages of note paper. So then I'm going to go into January here. Love this vellum and the dashboard underneath it. So we've got, this is the Live Love Posh pages. So we've got important dates, little month at a glance, priorities, goals, affirmations. That's new. I love that. Currently reading, listening to, and loving. And so I think I did a whole, like I said, video comparing, looking at this, but we've got the month. And then, oh, I did start in this. Okay, so let's look at a blank budget page, and then I can, okay. So this is what it looked like as the budget overview, monthly habits, mood tracking, and then I just put a dot grid in here because I always need more space for doing my budgeting. So I'm using these as no spends, or these ones as no spends, this to just track that I just want to try to sell a little bit every day. And so over here is kind of like my business page. So this monthly bills, I will put like my personal stuff, but over here is kind of the business. So I've got my sales and my expenses. So for the first 2 weeks, second 2 weeks, any commissions I've made. So we've got sales, commissions, expenses, and then anticipated expenses for next month. So we'll see, like I might switch this up as I go, but I kind of like how it turned out with this first one. And yeah, the stickers are gorgeous. So then I'm not sure what I'm going to put on here, either journaling or brain dump or something, but this is my to-dos. I love that I can have them in the 4 different categories that I tend to focus on, which would be like my creative, personal, family, and business. And then a monthly inbox. And I think what I'm going to use the inbox for, because there's 10 things here, is just to track what I'm focusing on in each of 10 different areas of my life. And so it might be like, family, love life, health, finances, those kind of things. And so then over here, month in review, this feels like it'd be a really great place to decorate, highlights, challenges, lessons, and then just blank lined. So then we're going into the January daily, weekly pages. So again, with the 5 to 8, and I can add more hours to that if I want, or just use all the checklist. And yeah, I just love how it has the little weekly habit trackers. What I've been using that for right now is like my different physical therapy exercises to make sure I'm getting them all done. Weekly tasks, I could just put stickers here, or I could expand weekly tasks or put anything else I want in that little spot. And then it goes for the week. We've got the hours and the task list. And yeah, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then the second half of the week, and then it just starts again. So I love that. I do already have, I think, at least dashboards in here. Actually, I put all the pages for the first 3 months, and then I think I just have the monthly parts. But yeah, I don't know if I will keep just like all 6 months in here at a time. I mean, I do have plenty of space. I've got these nice fat discs. They're the expander discs from Happy Planner. But I've kind of added some extra sections to my regular planner. This is December, and I like it. So, I mean, I don't need to have this whole Christmas section that I do here, but I might have some other sections. So stay tuned for my setup video, because I will probably add to that. But yeah, and then I just have the other 6 months in just this kind of storage one. But I've kind of got, so in an attempt to save myself money this year, I did pick out the dashboards already for the different months and put like some of my favorite dashboards in here, so that maybe I don't, you know, spend a bunch of money every month on getting boxes. Although I am lucky to be an affiliate and get a discount on my boxes. So, but yeah, so that is what I'm doing, you guys. I've got my main planner that is a format that I'm already loving and excited about. I've got my symptoms tracker for my health stuff. I've got my what am I eating tracker, and then I've got my 2 journals. So I'm very excited about that lineup. I feel like it's something I'll actually use. Although, like I said, this may get combined, or I might just keep a separate manifestation and rewilding journal. We'll see. We'll see what happens with those. And my wild card is, if I decide I really, really, really want something where I just write what I did every day, I did grab this from Amazon. It was so cute. I just love the artwork. So, I don't know. I may or may not use it at all. I just tried writing in it because it has boxes and 2 columns. It's definitely more of a planner. It's got these 2 smaller boxes for the weekend. So if I decide, yeah, maybe I do want to write down, you know, how many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 things I'm grateful for, and then put a little blurb about what happened that day. We'll see. We'll see. If I feel like I want to do some extra journaling, I will have this, which is just, I mean, it has beautiful artwork. I love all the little, yeah, animals, plants. It's just pretty. It's totally my vibe. And if only it was a disc bound and had more space for writing, I might, yeah. Anyways, so I'll either give this one away because it is super cute, or if I decide, no, I really want to write down what I'm doing daily, I will, you know, revisit that, because it is, yeah, very pretty. And I love things that are seasonal, and it does a really good job of being seasonal, and all the cute little animals. So yeah, very cute. Oh yeah, it does have some note pages at the end, along with like a place to put addresses, which actually might be the one thing I do use. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I realized as I'm getting Christmas cards and stuff, I really should just put all these addresses in someplace to make sure that I have them saved on my computer with everybody's current addresses.
and then a little folder. Now, I usually don't like spiral bound, but I do like that this is a hardcover, and this type of binding is really easy to pull apart. I already pulled it apart because it was a 18-month calendar and pulled out some of the other months. So it's easy with this kind of binding. So we shall see. That's my wild card if I decide that I need more places to write things. Well, all right. Thanks for watching, you guys. I would love to hear any of your thoughts. I would love to hear any of your thoughts on my lineup, or if there's anything helpful, or what you're doing that's different, because I always love hearing what's working for people. And just on a quick side note, I don't ever really say, hey, subscribe or anything like that, because I know that people will subscribe if they want to. But I did reach 369 subscribers the other day, and I was super excited about that. And also I was like, 369, isn't there a song with that? And so then I was like trying to think in my head, like 369, dang, you're fun, da, 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 to the windows, to the walls. Oh my gosh. Anyways, so I had to put on some Lil Jon and celebrate getting 369 subscribers. And of course we're over that now, but thank you guys. It was fun. I like totally put that song on and danced like it was still the early 2000s. So fun times. And thank you for all of the subscribers out there. I really do appreciate it. It's fun. It's exciting to see my channel grow. So thanks, you guys. We'll see you later.